And welcome back to Radio Bellady. I'm Ray Hanania. It is Friday, July 9th, and on the Zoom line and phone line on radio and Zoom on Facebook, we have Hala Senora. Hala, welcome to the program this morning.
Thank you, Ray.
Hala is the PR specialist for Life for Relief and Development, has been with Life since December of 2019. Life for Relief and Development is a global humanitarian relief and development organization headquartered in Southfield, Michigan. In the United States, Life is dedicated to providing humanitarian aid to people regardless of race, gender, religion, or cultural background. First, give us a little snippet just for those who may not know. I mean, obviously in Detroit, I think you're well known out there in the Southfield, Michigan area, but maybe on Facebook, just to remind people, what does Life for Relief and Development do? Some examples, and then we'll focus in on Gaza.
So Life for Relief and Development, as you said, we're a humanitarian organization. We focus all over the world in 45 different countries, actually, in all of the continents. And we are, I don't want to say first responders, but in a way, once a natural disaster hits, we're there. Right. For like hurricanes that have happened, we send emergency aid. Countries that are, destroyed by war, things like that. So anytime there's a need for that humanitarian aid, Life Relief and Development steps in any way they can. Recently, of course, with the COVID-19 pandemic that was global, we've done a lot of work with providing different medical supplies to countries that were short of PPE during that time, and a lot of people lost their jobs. So we tried to provide a lot of family assistance for people around the world during that pandemic time as well.
And of course, Gaza has been the focus of repeated turmoil and conflict and violence. And it's not about politics that you address. You talk about the people, the victims. Not everybody is a problem there. 99% of them are people that have been injured and are in need, and they need help. And you are one of the few organizations, I think, that goes to Gaza and helps those civilians.
Yes, that's correct, Ray. So we are, like you said, we are one of the few organizations that have the privilege to be able to go in to Gaza and help these people that desperately need our help. Recently, like I said, with COVID-19, that was something that we also helped with in Gaza. We gave them emergency food baskets, and Ramadan that had just ended. We also supplied food baskets to families that were in need, as well as hot meals during the iftar, where they break their fast after the sun sets. And then with the winter, it's around the corner. A lot of people cannot afford to purchase heavy coats. So we provided 700 people in Gaza with heavy coats to prepare for themselves for the harsh winter over there.
Yeah, and people forget that, they think, oh, Gaza is in the desert and it's hot, but no, it's the winter can be very terrible. And if you don't have a good roof over your head, it's going to be a horrible experience. And a lot of families there with kids have no work, no income coming in, no money, no fresh water. That's one of the things that you're involved in, right? Installing water tanks.
Yep. So recently, we installed 139 1,000-liter water tanks in different homes of people, which will provide them with clean water supply for drinking as well as for cooking for a whole year. And our goal is to install 1,000 water tanks. But of course, we need that help from our donors for their support in doing this. Each water tank is about $600. And like I said, it provides a family of 8 with water supply for a year, which they desperately need.
So the water tank is, do you bring the water? In other words, when you set up the water, I think for listeners, you set up the water tank for them and fill it with the water. And that water is replenished or is just large enough to handle the family.
Right. So each water tank is 1,000 liters. So, which will last them for a family of 8. It can provide for a year long water supply. And what we like to do, the more donations we get, of course, the more it helps, because we can keep that water supply going and also install more water tanks in more homes for people that desperately need it.
And of course, the website for Life for Relief and Development is lifeusa.org. Lifeusa.org. You can go there, and it's very simple to help and donate and provide funding. I have many friends in Gaza, and I know how difficult it is. And we're, just trying to help them is difficult, given just normal challenges is tough. But on top of that, they have the political stuff. You're also, in addition to water, you're going to provide hot meals to people, correct?
Correct. So we actually did about 900 trays of hot meals, which each tray provides for 4 people. And we're on the work of hopefully opening up a kitchen that Life can help provide continuous food and continuous hot meals for people that are in need. In addition to that, we've done we've done a total of 1,825 hot meal trays.
Oh, wow. Wow.
All divided between three different distributions. So, and like I said, each of those trays serves 4 people. So, and aside from that, yes, exactly. And that's our goal, is to help as many as we can. And aside from those hot meals, we've also done food basket distributions for people. We've done a total of 870 emergency food baskets, in addition to 640 fresh food baskets. And each basket will serve a family of 6 people for about a month.
Wow. And that's 6 people. I'm just amazed. And it sounds like, and it is a lot. I mean, it sounds like a lot, and people may sit back and go, oh, great, you're really taking care of everybody. But as you point out, it's food basket serves, 6 people, you said?
Family of 6, yeah.
And the hot trays serve 4, but once that's gone, it has to start up again.
That's correct.
And the need there has to be huge.
Very huge.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand the suffering that people are allowed to, go through. And if you're listening out there, especially as the Eid is coming up, the big Eid al-Adha, people should be thinking about how to help people who are in real need. And I don't think people are in more real need than the civilians in the Gaza Strip. And Life for Relief, their website again is lifeusa.org. They are one of the proven, dependable charities that can get into Gaza and provide that aid consistently, not just, when something happens, they just pop up and organize a fundraiser. They're all over the place, but Gaza is one of the many places that they provide food and water, as we're talking with our guest on the line, Hala Senora. And Hala is the PR specialist for Life for Relief and Development. There's so much more that you do. You tell us about this recent, even, you got to give people food, but you also have to give them an environment, right? To grow and live, to overcome all the problems they have. So you did something recently, right, for the children?
Yes, I was going to get on that next. Yes, exactly. So for the children, we did like a fun day. And after looking at those photos, my heart was just so warmed by the smiles that were put on the faces of these young children. And there was 600 children that were part of this. Yes, it was a lot of children. And the mothers actually told us, they've never seen their kids so happy since they were born. And that, it was kind of a bittersweet comment to me, because since they're, a lot of these kids are between 6 and maybe 12 years old, and not to see a smile on their face for so long, that was hurtful to me. But then to be the ones that could have put that smile on their face after so long, it felt good at the same time. And they were so happy. We gave them sandwiches. They had carnival games, comedians, singers, and they, we gave them out toys and raffle games and stuff like that. So looking at the pictures, you could tell they really had a lot of fun, as they deserve. Their childhood has been stolen by their situation, and for us to be able to at least just give them a day, wish we can give them a lot more, because they deserve that, but to at least give them that one good day for 600 children felt really good.
I have one of my friends is a journalist there in Gaza, Mohammed Ali Ma'ari. He takes photos for independent publications, and he freelances, and he has a project where he wants to take pictures of the natural environment of Palestine and document it. And I know that I don't know if Life for Relief is looking for a photographer, but Muhammad El Mary is a good guy to help take some of those photos. We are on the line with Hala Senora, who is the spokesperson for Life for Relief and Development, and she's giving. And I have to tell you, I always feel bad when I do interviews like this. It's a terrible burden. I don't know how the people at Life for Relief and all those people who first responders that reach out and work, to help people in need, the suffering that you're surrounded with. We take it for granted. I mean, we miss breakfast and we get upset. A lot of these people are not eating for days and weeks. It's got to be, mentally, it has to be stressful on the people who are volunteering. Like, can you ever reach a point where, wow, we've reached a point where we've taken care of everybody? It's like, it's endless, right?
Exactly. That's the thing. It's endless. But at the end of the day, well, I guess what helps you sleep at night is knowing that we're doing our best. And, the more support we get, the more we're able to do for the people that are in need. And it's just like I said, when you see these pictures of the homes destroyed, a kid searching for food under rocks, things like that, it's really, it's heartbreaking, but it also brings you to your own reality that, wow, I have it good,
Right.
And it makes you stop and count your blessings and stop complaining about those little things. But to be able to do as much as we can is what really keeps us going. The more we can do, the better, because like you said, it's endless of how much help they need as far as medical supplies, food, water, basic needs. I mean, they're not even in need of these humongous things. It's the basic human rights that they deserve is what they're in need of.
Yeah, it's constantly looking for the end of the rainbow, basically, and
Exactly.
it's impossible to reach it. But yeah, there's so much need. I mean, and so many things that you have to do. And you did a great job of breaking this up. I mean, you need to distribute fruits and vegetables to family in Gaza, right?
Yep. Those fresh food baskets, we did 640 of them.
Wow.
And we distributed those among different families, and that also will serve a family of 6 as well. And that, that's something that won't last a month, obviously, because it's fresh food, but it will get them through maybe a couple of days. But they really need more than that, and we're trying our best to provide them with everything they need. Those basic needs aren't being met right now in Gaza, and they haven't been for the longest time. So as a humanitarian organization, it's our duty, we feel, to put our best foot forward to make sure that they're being taken care of.
And I know that as people listen, it may seem nice that things are getting done there, but they're like, I don't know, 2 million Palestinians in the Gaza. And, it's just insurmountable, 2,000 trays of food, 1,000, emergency food baskets, and, 1,000 water tanks there, and that last a year, which that to me is phenomenal. That probably it just makes me feel good because it's such a good project. When people donate to Life for Relief, can they specifically say, hey, I want to see if I can, donate money to put more water tanks, for example, or does it just go into a general fund that provides food and water and fruit and meat and everything to families?
So we have we have on our website, if anyone wants to go to the website, we have options. So you can pick if you want to do a general donation to a country, you can, and that money, if you decide I want to put my money towards Gaza, we'll put that towards a water tank, wherever we see the need fit. We will put that money towards. And I believe too, there is an option for specifically choosing, I want to put money towards a water tank, because they're expensive. They're $600 per tank. But like I said, it's a year supply of water. So at the end of the day, $600 goes for a whole year,
What a great thing if I could figure out a way to get people here in the States to raise enough money to put 10,000 water tanks through you for a year, that would be huge.
That would be huge.
Yes, and people could do that. People hear they're, $600 doesn't sounds like a lot of money, but it's not, here in the US. And to think that would provide a water tank filled with water that's going to provide water to a family for a year. Now that is amazing. I never realized that you could do that, and I'm going to do what I can to help spread the word and get the word out on that too. You
Thank you
also,
very
obviously, the food diet is wide and broad and includes meat, and of course, as the Eid holiday is the Eid al-Adha is
Yes.
coming up. We want to help them, and it's less of a celebration, I guess, for them, and more just to satisfy the responsibility and need that they have.
Yep. That's exactly it. And we're actually working on now meat distribution. We're taking donations on our website for meat distributions in 25 different countries, actually.
Well, we have one caller that we could bring on just for a few minutes. Jerry Haba, a big supporter of WNZK, and let's just bring him on so he can say a couple words. Jerry, welcome to the radio show, and it's so good to talk to you.
Thank you, Mr. Ray Hanania. Good morning, and congratulations for your Wednesday show. It's
Thank you.
So beautiful. Thank you. Congratulations. Mr. Habibi, Mr. Ray Hanania, thank you for bringing Mrs. Senora. Ms. Senora, good morning to you, and thank you for your service, the humanitarian service to the people of Gaza, because those people, they suffer a lot.
Our pleasure.
You, Ms. Senora. Thank you. Ms. Senora, United States government consider the authority in Gaza as a terrorist organization. My question will be, is the United States government allow a charity organization in United States, like in Detroit, the greater Detroit, to donate food or medicine or a blanket or even money to Gaza citizen? I would love to see if the United States have a bridge between United States and Gaza to reach those humanitarian help. So I would appreciate
that's a good question. That's a good question, Jerry, and thank you.
God bless you. And thank you, Mr. Ray Hanania, for taking my call.
Yeah, and I think Jerry's point is interesting, that they have this perception, and obviously you're not dealing with the politics, but they think that, oh, what if I donate to Gaza? Am I giving to an organization the U.S. doesn't support? But the truth is that you're not talking about organizations. Life for Relief goes directly to people, and that charity support. People shouldn't be hesitant to donate to help people in Gaza because it's going directly to the people, correct?
That's correct. So it's not going to any, the organization it goes through is Life. And what we do, we take that money and we provide people with the needs. So that is a great question. No, a lot of people may think there's ties to, oh, you're donating to Gaza, undercover. Yeah. No, it's not like that at all. They'll see that, you're donating to Life for Relief and Development, who is an organization that has the authority to legally distribute humanitarian aid in Gaza.
Yeah,
we're one of the very few that have that authority to distribute in Gaza.
Yeah, and that's an important point, because he raised something that I hadn't thought about. People, they hear the word Gaza, they don't think of, because of the media in this country, we don't get our voice out the way others do. We need to be stronger. We need to be more consistent and, ongoing. It's not just, every couple minutes, but, or once a month, the story comes out. But they're inundated when bombarded by stories about how bad Gaza is in a political way. So it scares donors away. And you don't have to be Muslim or Arab or Palestinian to want to help people in need in Gaza. You can be Christian, Jewish, Muslim, and I know a lot of people donate to Life for Relief and Development from all across the religious and national spectrum. So if you're out there listening and you have the ability to do something this holiday, and even if you're not Muslim, just because these people really need help, Life for Relief and Development is the perfect place, to go. Hala, any final thoughts, before we say thank you we we probably need to do like a 2-hour show to just even get to the depth of the challenges, what it's like to actually be there to help them, what the volunteers that work for Life and Relief for Development have to go through.
We actually already have one of our staff members will be heading out during the Eid holiday to Gaza and doing some work on the field firsthand. And I'm sure he would love to talk with you and discuss how that trip went and what he saw firsthand.
Yeah.
What can but my final words are, the more help we get, the more support we get, the more we're able to do for these people in need in Gaza. And it's not, our focus is Gaza today, but we serve over 45 countries around the world.
Right.
And there's people in need all over. And like you said, regardless of their background, whether they're, Muslim, Christian, Jewish, we all bleed red at the end of the day. And our goal is to help anyone that needs it.
All right. My guest, Hala Senora, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ray, for having
she's
me.
the PR spokesperson for Life for Relief and Development. We brought her on because the Eid is coming up, and there is a campaign. Like she said, it's 45 countries that they help where people are in need. But the one we're talking about right now is Gaza, and they have such great need given all that they've gone through. The things that they're doing are amazing. Their website, please spread it around, lifeusa.org, www.lifeusa.org, a great organization. Hala, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Ray.
It was a pleasure, and I look forward to talking maybe afterwards when your staff person comes back. Maybe we can bring him on and talk about what he saw and experienced, to share that with people. Thank you.
Yes, love to. Thank you, Ray. Have a great day.